And let's just take a few moments to connect and move everything out of the way. I've just been trying to get my ends of my mat to not stick up because I'm on the B side of this mat. And if you have a ball, keep it nearby. If you have a band, keep it nearby. In the meantime, again, spread your legs nice and wide. Find a comfortable placement. So if child's pose just absolutely is not right for you, find a comfortable seat just for a few moments. Spread your fingers, let your belly drop in between your thighs. Your head can rest on your hands, on a block, on a ball. And then just keep reaching forward with your hands and pushing back with your hips. Breathe down the sides of the body, across the back, across the shoulders, across the rib cage. And if nothing else, just kind of connect to that breath. With very little movement anywhere else, just creep your fingers over to the right side, lengthening the left arm longer than the right. And perhaps feel some of the muscles from yesterday's workout, getting a nice little release and stretch. Inhale, lift your fingers and hands over to the other side. Keep your torso as long, as low as you can. Inhale back to center. Exhale, press your chest down, arms forward. And then let's rise to our hands and knees. Any variation that you have to do. You can even do this standing. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Tuck your toes, arch your back, and dip your belly. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest, round and curl your spine. Let your head come down. Inhale, arch your back, dip your belly, broaden your collarbones. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale again, come back to neutral and start to make circles in your torso, hips, knees, wrists, ankles. Start to get some gentle movement into the joints. Again, rolling around from side to side, front to back. And then reversing it when you're ready. Then come on back to center. Let your hips come down. Just get a nice release in the front body. Opening up the front body. Moving a little side to side. And then go ahead and go back towards child's pose just for the breath and bring yourself back forward again. So make it a forward and back motion where you're just getting a little bit of that motion again rather than circular. Now it's a little bit more forward and back. And then we're going to stay one more time, a little bit more forward, letting your hips drop, heart lifts. All right, when you come back, cross your left leg over your right leg and then grab your ball and have a seat on the floor. And if sitting cross-legged doesn't work for you, just open up your legs into an easy straddle, nothing crazy. And allow your feet to rest under your shins or your calves. Take the ball out in front of you. Rock side to side so you can loosen the sitting bones or move the flesh away from the sitting bones so you can sit nice and tall. And then put your fingers on the ball like we do in a big stability ball. Just roll it out forward. And then stop when you have the most resistance you have without your hips lifting up off the floor. And then turn your hands onto the blade side of your fingers. Reach them out in front of you. And a gentle pulling in halfway and rounding your spine. So inhale, extend your arms and your spine. Exhale, bring your chin to your chest, round up. So it doesn't have to be very far at all. Inhale, release. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, release. Good. Exhale, round and curl. Pull the belly in, just a subtle little change. One more time. Round and curl. And then walk your hands all the way back in. Take the ball off to your right side and place your fingertips on it. Keep your left sitting bone grounded as you come up and over to right side. Stay on the pinky side of the right hand, the hand that's on the ball, and gently rest. Don't pancake the ball. Inhale, come back up. Let the arm come down. And do that 2 more times. Exhale, up and over. Keep the left sitting bone grounded. Inhale, and come back up. So those of you who are watching me maybe see me in the opposition to you. It's still your right side. Come on back up. Switching arms, breathe up, and release down. On the blade side of your left side, right hip stays connected to the earth. Inhale, back up. Exhale, up and over. Right hip stays grounded. Inhale, one more time. Exhale. Good. Inhale, come all the way back to center. Bring the arms up, ball together. Bring your hands to your heart. Lean back, shake out your legs, and switch the cross of the legs, or just stay where you're at if you're just in a little straddle. Bring your feet so that your heels are underneath your your calves. Good. Take the arms up overhead, inhaling. Keep your shoulders down. Exhale, rotate from the torso without lifting the hips up. So it may not be a huge movement. Inhale back to center and exhale to the other side. Inhale back to center. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale to the right. Inhale to the center. Exhale to the left. Stay growing out of your waistline. Inhale 1 more time. This time as you exhale, let's take the right hand behind us and the left arm outside of us. Hand on the ball behind you, on your fingertips or blade side, and lean back just enough to feel without lifting off of the floor. Relax the shoulders down. Inhale, take that ball in the right hand, lift up and over to the other side. Rise up, bringing both arms overhead. Twist to your left side, exhale. And then open up, left hand behind you on the ball. Right arm outside your knee and twist. Maybe leaning back just enough. And then inhale, return to center. Oh, left arm up and over. Inhale up, arms up overhead. And last time, just walk the hands out in front of you. You might feel something a little different because it's probably the other leg for you, should be. And then roll back up and in. Good, move your ball up to the side just for a little bit. And take your bands onto your, let's bring them above the knees. And then we'll come onto hands and knees, or you can be standing up and leaning over a table, a bit, ball, a stability ball. You could also do this on your belly. So start with your knees separated so you feel the tension in the outer hip, you feel the tension with the band. Let's come down to our forearms, elbow to elbow, measure it out, and then bring your hands to the floor. Tuck your left toes underneath you. Let's tuck both toes for now, and then step your right leg back behind you. So automatically, I kind of want to shift my weight to my left side, but I'm going to stay even. Hello, puppy dog. And then take that right leg back behind you, tuck the toes, square the hips. So practice on dropping that right hip parallel to the floor. And then release the right knee back underneath the hip and do the same thing on the other side. So all we're doing is stepping back, trying not to make other movements. Oh my goodness, it's Thursday. Come back to center and take the right foot again. Good. Now let's lift the right leg off the floor and bend the knee. Flex the foot like you're stamping your foot on the ceiling. Lift the leg a little bit higher. This is just static for right now. Think about pushing your forearms into the floor. Think about drawing your belly button to your spine. And then lower the right leg to the floor. Left leg back behind you. So we'll take little steps at a time. Lift the left leg up off the floor. Bend the knee. Notice what happens to your hip points. Are they moving side to side, or are they square to the floor? Lift a little higher in your left glutes. And exhale both knees to the floor. Feel free to go to child's pose to release a little bit. And come back to your forearms when you're ready. This time we're going to take that right leg off the floor. We're going to keep it off the floor as we extend, or not extend it, really lift it a little higher. And then lift it a little lower. Or lower it a little lower. Lift it a little higher, Lower it a little lower. Flex the foot like you've got the ceiling right on top of you and you're pushing it away. So we're doing a halfway range of motion, right? Not too big, not too small. Good, but feel the movement. So get that movement for sure. Not too big, not too small. Let's do 3 more of those on the right side. 2 more, excuse me. On the last one, I want you to hold it a little higher and then start to pulse it for 8, 7, 6, 5. Draw your belly in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the right leg out and lower it back to the floor where it started. Hips are squared. Lift your left leg up to meet in a plank on your forearms. Breathe. Shift forward of your shoulders. Bring your chin and your thumbs towards each other. And then go back and forth a couple times. Rolling. Just a little bit of gliding on your toes and your shoulders. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. Lower your knees. Push your hips back to your heels. So gliding, you can do all the leg work on the floor on your belly and then come into your forearm plank. And if you're working on it, you're working on it. Come down to your forearms. Left toes tuck under, stretch the leg behind you and lift the knee up. Bending the knee, flex the foot. We go up and halfway down. So feel free to do this all the way on your belly and down. Up, halfway down. Up, halfway down. So it's kind of a pulse, but it's a slow pulse. 4 more, 3 more, 2 more. We hold this last one up, and then we do little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend the leg, tuck the toes underneath you, lift the knees up off the floor, find your plank, glide forward and back, just a couple times. And then come forward, open up your arms, and lay your belly onto the floor. Sphinx pose. Pull your heart through. Good. Pull your shoulders back, pull your elbows towards your belly, lift your belly up. Now separate your feet so that you feel the resistance of the band, however far that might be for you. And then bring your heels towards your buttocks and kick twice, and then release. Kick twice, and then release. Good. Kick, kick, keep the resistance on the band. Kick, kick. If this is too much, you can bring your chin down to your hands. 2 more times, please. Kick, kick, release. 1 more time, kick, kick, release. Good, bring your feet together, bring your head down. Inhale, feet together, exhale. Lengthen your spine. Lift your chest up, lift your legs up. Keep your hands down for now. Exhale, come on down. Inhale, lift up. Now take your arms off the floor and squeeze your shoulder blades together. Everything comes down to the floor. Inhale, everything lifts, but squeeze the elbows together. Inhale, exhale down. Inhale up, stay up. Turn your heels towards each other, and like Dorothy, click your heels together. Go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it up there. Pull your shoulders back. Lift a little higher, and lift a little higher, and a little higher. Exhale all the way down, hips to heels. Sit on your heels and rest back. Inhale to all fours. Tuck your toes under, arch your back. Exhale, round and curl your spine. Walk your hands a little forward. Shift your weight over your elbow, over your wrist, and hover your knees off the floor. Do the best you can do. If you can only do 1 leg at a time, that's okay. Keep your knees bent. Keep your legs with resistance against the band. And then push your hips towards your heels. So your knees are off the floor. You're in a hovering tabletop or hovering child's pose. And then begin to straighten just the right leg and bend the left knee. Inhale on your toes, bend the right knee, lower the left heel. Shift sides again, 1 more time, side to side. 1 more time to the other side. Come on your toes. Separate your feet a little bit wider apart. Walk your hands back to your feet, back of the mat. So your feet are a little wider than normal. Fold your body in half. If you have your ball nearby, we're going to add a little bit more by putting the ball between the knees. And then walk your feet a little bit closer. So still maintain the resistance of the band, and then put the ball in between the thighs. Let's take our arms behind our back, interlace fingers, head down, arms up. Tuck your chin into your chest and start to ragdoll your body to standing. Good. So we have double duty going on here. We've got the ball, we've got the bands. Inhale the arms all the way up overhead. Exhale, start with your hands at your heart center. Bend your knees and sit your weight back into your heels. So we've got this duality of opening the legs and yet squeezing them together. So this whole chain back here has to really fight to work. Good. Stay here for another breath. And then press up to standing. Bring the arms overhead. Open the arms out shoulder height and bring them forward, shoulder height, palms down. Inhale. Exhale, sit your weight back to your heels. Maybe the toes lift up. Maybe you can sit a little bit lower. Get as low as you can without losing anything. One more breath. Rise up to stand, bring the arms overhead. Good. Exhale, take the arms down by your side. Inhale, bring the arms forward. Again, this time thumbs are going to face up. Sit your weight back in your heels. Now, turn the palms down. Sweep the arms behind you, come onto your tippy toes. Exhale, heels down, arms forward. So you shift your weight back a little bit. Shift your weight forward onto your toes, palms to the sky. Inhale, sit down, arms out. Exhale on your toes. Let's stay here for a moment. Interlace your fingers, one finger over from last time. Lift the arms away from your back. Straighten your legs, hang your head down, and then allow your heels to touch the floor as the arms reach overhead. Inhale, release your hands down, look forward. Try it. Walk forward and find your plank position. Just try it. You don't get there, you don't get there today. Go to a table, yes. Lower your knees, chin chest to the floor, and stretch out on your belly, low cobra. The ball is still between the legs. Exhale, push your hips to your heels, tuck your toes. Lift your knees an inch off the floor. Keep the knees off the floor, bring your chest to your thighs. Straighten both legs. Walk your hands back to your feet. Ragdoll to stand all the way up. Bring the arms with you. Exhale, come down to your chair. Sit down low. Sweep forward on your toes, arms back. Stay on your toes, interlace your fingers. Straighten your legs and fold over them. Lower the heels, release the arms over your head. Inhale, release the hands in front of you, lengthen. Walk to your high plank, I know. Either lower to chaturanga or to your knees. Maybe it's an up dog, maybe it's a low cobra. Downward dog is where we'll all meet. Walk your hands back to your feet one more time. Ragdoll to stand all the way up. Bring your arms with you. Exhale, chair pose one more time. Sit back on your heels. Inhale. Fold forward onto your toes, arms up. Interlace your fingers normal way. Head down, hips up, toes down, heels up. And then lower your legs, fold forward. Inhale, release your arms, look forward. It's a twister. Walk your arms out in front of you. Hold your plank for this. And either drop your knees and spin onto right side, or just come over. You'll have your feet stagger, or maybe they'll stack, and the top leg will lift off the floor. Breathe in and out. You can do this on a bar, standing up. Exhale through center to the other side. Find a little imbalance. Exhale down. Now take your little vinyasa sequence either to your knees, on your toes, child's pose, or up dog, down dog. Good, release your knees to the floor. Let's move the ball off to the side. Actually, let's bring the ball in front of us. Yeah, let it come between your hands. Walk your knees back, send your chest forward. So come forward, there you go. Not too much, now pull the belly in. Good. You could do this against, you could be on the stability ball walking forward, or you could do this against a wall. Touch your chest to your ball, and then push yourself back up. Good. Get the swayness out of your back. Right, so you can also be off your knees. Let's do a couple more. Touch down, lift up. Touch down, lift up. 2 more times. Touch down, lift up. 1 more time. Touch down, lift up. Seat to your heels. Walk your hands on top of your ball. Walk your hands to the right side on your ball. Walk your hands to the other side on the ball. And then come back to center. Good. Roll yourself to sit on your heels. Move your ball off to the side. It's windy if you're outside, so safely tuck it away. Tuck your toes underneath you. Walk your hands back. Forward fold. This time, open up your feet hips width apart and grab opposite elbows and maybe sway a little side to side. And then switch the cross of the arms. Let your arms ragdoll, chin to chest. Let's roll through our spine. Good. Take a nice easy walk to the top of your mat. If you can't move with your band at all, you can take it off, of course. Drop your shoulders down. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. Interlace your fingers over your head and lean to the right side. Back to center, inhale, and exhale. Come on back to center. Release the arms by your side. Bring the arms all the way up. Fold through center, hands to floor. Good. Inhale, lengthen. Bend your knees and plant your palms. Walk or step or jump to that plank. Hold your plank. That means you can be against a table on a ball. Step your right foot right. Step your left foot left. Step your left foot center and your right foot center. Step your left foot left. Right foot right. Right in. Left in. So make a pattern out of it. Right, left, right, left. Left, right. Left, right. Right, left. Right, left. Left, right. Left, right. One more time. Right, left. Right, left. Left, right. Left, right, plank. Push back, downward dog. Touch the hips in the air. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Bend your knees. Look at your hands. Make your way to the top of your mat. However you can get there. And rise up to stand. Bring it up. Exhale, hands to prayer. Good. Let's take the band off for a little bit. I know you're going to miss it so much. Move it off to the side. Bring your feet together, top of your mat. Inhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, I want you to step to your right side, the big side of your mat. So turn your toes to face. And if you can grab your ball nearby, that would be awesome. So I've got the ball now in my hands. Take the arms overhead, inhale. Turn your toes a little bit inward and a little soft in the knees. Exhale, reach your arms forward. Good, bend the knees, shift the weight back. Now take the ball behind the back and put it in your left hand, bring it back in front of you. Let's do that again. Take it back behind you, kind of like our halos, and bring it forward. Keeping your back long, one more time. Bring it forward and switch. Bring it back, right hand comes forward. Reach out, turn it back. Reach out, turn it back. Reach all the way out, both arms reaching. Good. Lift with your spine. Use the strength of your legs. Exhale, lean to the right side. Inhale to center, lean to the left side. Inhale to center, prayer to the heart. Just hold on to your ball, turn your toes out. Bend your knees for a wide plie or goddess. Good. Inhale, lean to your right side. Come back to center without changing your hip height. Lean to your left side as you exhale. If you want more of a challenge, bring the arms over your head. Yes, you were right, Sim. So that's okay. Or your hands are close, and you're just doing these little tick-tocks. The idea is that your tailbone is tucked under you, and you're working through your center. One more time. I don't know if we start on the right side, so let's make sure we do evenly. Left side. Bring the arms out in front of you if they're up or down. Go a little deeper. Rise up to standing. Good. Bring the hands to your heart. Bend your knees, tuck your tailbone. Stretch the arms out in front of you or keep them to the side and rotate to the right. Come back to center. Rotate to the left. Come back to center. Can you sit lower? Rotate to the right, center. Left center. Right center. Left center. Hold. Come on your toes. Little pulses. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold 1. Heels down. Arms up, legs up. Turn your toes forward and fold in between your two legs. Walk the ball out in front of you enough that you feel it, but you're not hyperextending your knees. Left arm stays, right arm twists. Try to hug the hips towards midline. Lower down, switch. Left arm up. Exhale, roll it out in front of you. Inhale, curl, round and curl. Inhale, extend out. Exhale, round and curl. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, bring it all the way in, roll up. Take the ball off to the side once again and bring your spine to standing. Turn your right toes to the right. Left toes slightly in. Tuck your tailbone, shoulders and hips are facing the left side of your mat or the left side of your room. Arms come out shoulder height. Squeeze your heels towards each other. Look at your right hand. Look at your left hand. Make sure they're level. So your hands should be over your ankles. Pull your hips to the left side. Reach out to the right side. Don't go anywhere yet. Just reach as far out as you can. Without touching down, come back and reverse left arm down, right arm up. Hug the hip into center. Inhale, come back up to standing. Reach out. Left hip moves back. Right arm moves forward. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then release it, left arm down, right arm up. Let's do that one more time. Reach out all the way. This time, we're going to lay the right hand on the foot shin or a block if you have it, or just hovering, whatever feels right to you today. Stacking your shoulders, squeezing your heels, inner thighs. Lift out of your waistline. Take that left arm and guitar hero it over your head, lifting and rotating through the spine. So if you were to lift your right arm off your leg, you wouldn't collapse because you're not putting your weight into that right arm. You've got the strength of your legs. If you're going to bring the right arm out, lift your torso just a little bit. Reach your fingers out in front of you or to the right side. And then inhale back up to center. Open up the arms, turn the right toes in. Turn the left toes out. Now, again, adjust it so shoulders and hips are squared. And then begin to move the right hip back. Reach out with your left arm. Don't touch anywhere yet. Pull it back, right arm down, left arm up. Inhale back to center. Reach out, out, out. Pull it back, right arm down, left arm up. Inhale, reach out. This time we're going to reach as far as we can. Triangle pose, right arm up, left arm down. And then make the adjustments. Shoulders stack, hips stack, knees lift, heels squeeze. Breathe in, breathe out. Find the maximum length you can in your torso. And then find that rotation so you've got more length. Right arm guitar hero over your head. Keep your torso a little higher. If you choose to release the bottom hand, lift yourself up just a little bit higher to get there. So there's no collapsing again into your side body. Then inhale, come all the way back up. Open your arms, turn your toes so they're both square to the center, and just take a forward fold. Hands between your feet. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Exhale, fold your body in half. Hang your head. Grab your peace finger grip around your two big toes. Thumbs wrap underneath your toes. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, elbows out to the side. Head down to the shins or to the floor. Inhale and halfway lift. Hands to heart or hips. Come up to standing. Turn the right toes to the right. Arms open out. Go back into that triangle pose. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. Now, soften your right knee. I'm going to turn front so you can see me better, but you're facing the back of your mat. Soften your right knee, bring your right hand to the floor, and then float that left leg up. Maybe you're on your right knee and doing the same thing. We're still working on that same opening as triangle, but our back leg is off the floor. Maybe the left arm goes up. Maybe you're doing this again on your knees, and lift the leg up and bring it halfway down like we did in a bent knee before on our knees. Up, halfway down. Up, halfway down. All the while you're lifting the leg, you can stay, oh, that's nice, Cindy. You can stay down or you can rock and roll with it. But make sure that your standing leg is nice and long. Now hold your half moon balance. Bend your knee, flex your foot. Point your toe, open up your knee. Bend your knee, flex your foot. Point your toe, open up. Flex your foot, bend the knee. Point your toe, open it up. Two more. Flex and point. One more time. Good. Hold this pose. Be where you can stay with it for a couple more breaths. Be there, right? Be here now. Be in the moment. Take another breath. Bring the left hand to your hip, bend your right knee. Step your left foot back far enough. Straighten the front leg, and one more time, we've got our triangle. Lift your arm up and down. And now rise up halfway with your torso. Lower down. Two more like that. Rise up with your torso. Lower down. One more time. Lift up with your torso. Lower down. Inhale. Look up at your hand. Exhale. Look down at your right toes. Inhale. Reverse that triangle. Pull that left hip towards the right. Exhale. Stand up. Turn your toes to face the same direction, which is the right side of your mat. And then turn your left toes out to the left side. Move your hips to the right. Reach your arms out. Triangle pose. Left arm down, right arm up. Find the stacking. Good. Then soften the left knee. Let the left hand come down to the floor. Perhaps your left knee came down to the floor and you're doing this on your knees. Stacking your hips, shoulders, breathe. Flex that right foot, the top foot, as strong as possible. And then lift it up and halfway down. Up and halfway down. Find the stability in the standing leg, but find that power still in your top leg. Two more. One more time. Hold it and lengthen it more. Rotate your torso, and then flex your foot, bend your knee. Point your toe, extend it. Flex your foot, bend. Point, extend, just three more. Flex and bend. Point and extend. Flex and bend. You can hold on to a wall or something too. Good. Bend the knee. And then this one, we stay in our half moon balance for a couple more breaths. Just working on finding our placement, holding our placement, quieting the mind from all the noise that's going on around it, saying, I want to come out of this pose, please. Right hand to right hip, so your prayers have been answered. Bend your front knee. Step back as far as you can go. Straighten the front leg. Left arm down, right arm up. We're in triangle pose. And then let's lift our torso and lower it down a couple times. One more time, and then we hold for 3, 2, Look down, exhale, right arm down, left arm up, over. This time, everybody, windmill your hands to the floor, face the front of your mat. Step back into a high plank. Hold your high plank. Shift forward. Let your knees come down and lift your chest up. You could be on your belly, you can be on that stability ball. Hips back to your heels, child's pose. Inhale to all fours, tuck your toes. Exhale, hips up in the air. Soften your knees and bring your feet a little closer to your hands and your hands a little closer to your feet. So you're maybe in the middle or the back third of your mat. If you have your ball nearby, pick it up. If not, you'll get it when you stand up, roll up to standing. Bring the arms overhead. Bring the prayer to the heart, hands to prayer, ball between your hands. Send your weight to your left leg and balance on it. Now that doesn't mean shift all your weight and drop your hip in. That just means you're standing as if you were on two legs, but most of the weight now is on that left leg. Actually, all the weight, right? Flex the foot, lift the knee a little higher, and then float the leg back behind you. Square your hips, do your best. Touch your hands down. Bring your hands in, bring your knee in. Stand up. Do that again. Kick the right leg back. It's a warrior three. We pass through warrior three as we let the arms come down and come back up. Inhale. Now open your knee to the side. Place it inside for tree, above or below the floor of the knee, or on the floor, or you hold onto a table, a wall. Bring the arms up overhead. You've got your ball with you. Stay long through the spine. Press evenly inner foot and thigh. Open your arms. Right arm takes the ball. Maybe it comes up and over as we twist to the side or fold to the side. Inhale up. Left arm takes the ball. So all we're doing is making subtle changes in our torso or arms. Hold the ball up to center. Find your length, your maximum length. Push down through that left leg. Open through the right knee. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Hands to your heart center. Exhale. Bring your right leg forward. Bring your right leg to the floor. Bend your knees, chair pose. Take your left elbow outside right thigh. Press the ball between your hands. So feel something a little different than hand to hand. Lift the belly off the thighs. Look up at your right arm. And exhale, look down at your left leg or your both legs. Keep your knees even. Drop your seat low so your hips or knees are even. Bring your hands to your heart center. Exhale, fold over your legs. Separate your feet. Walk the ball out in front of you. Fold over it. Hang your head. And then walk the ball in, roll up through your spine. Okay, now some might call this side B. This is my definite B side, not the same as my first side. Weight into your right leg lifts up, balance. That's the first step. Even if you're only hovering your foot off the floor, that balance is there. It has to send the message to that right leg that you're holding me up. Left leg floats behind you. Take your time for warrior three. And then just dip your arms and leg down, your torso down. And then slowly come back up. Bring the knee to the chest. If you have to stop down like I just did, do it. Exhale, extend. Told you this was my side B. This is my alien side. Extend the leg first. Then drop the arms and torso. Come back up slowly. See if you have a side B. Good. One more time, find that side. Yeah, you see, I think some of you also have a side B. Hey, that's life, right? Take your time. But guess what? If you train it enough and well, it'll get better. Might not be perfect, but it'll get better. Come back to center. Find your balance, just take a moment. Open the knee out to the side, you can stay there, or assist the foot to your inner thigh. Hug everything towards midline, bring the arms up, overhead. Take the ball to the left hand. Back up and switch sides. And back up forward. Release the prayer. Release the leg. Step down, bend your knees. Twist your right elbow outside your left thigh. Take a look down because that right knee tends to shoot forward. Sit your weight back more and press your palms against the ball. So it's going to feel different in your hands. Your hands have a slight bit more stability than the ball, so this is going to feel wobbly in a good way. Breathe in and breathe out. Look at your left elbow and then look at your toes. And then fold over. Separate your feet, walk your hands out forward. Round your spine, pull the belly in. Come on back to center. Good, walk it in all the way up. Roll your shoulders back and around. Take the ball between your thighs. You're somewhere midway on your mat. Bend your knees, walk your hands down in front of you. Jump or walk your feet back to a downward dog. The ball is in between your thighs. Inhale to a high plank. Hold the plank. Exhale back to down dog. Inhale on your toes to a high plank. Exhale, downward dog. One more time to your high plank. Lower your knees to the floor. Take the ball, place it between your feet or your ankles. Shift your weight forward so your shoulders are over wrists. Give me 3 push-ups. 1, up, 2, 1 more. Good. Sit on your heels or the dock of the bay. Come to your forearms, everybody, and bring yourself down to the floor. Squeeze the ball between your feet. Adjust your cameras if you can. I'll take a water break. Bring your hands underneath your chin. Bring your knees a little bit wider, but don't drop the ball. Push your pubic bone down, squeeze your back body, and lift your thighs off the floor. Lower your thighs. Lift your thighs off the floor. Lower your thighs. Lift your thighs off the floor, squeeze your heels, and back to that Dorothy. Tap your heels together. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lower your legs. Hands by your chest. Push to your heels. Child's pose. You can sit on the ball. It's burst proof. And then walk yourselves up. Take the ball out. We're going to place the ball. I'm going to adjust my mat just a little bit. We're going to take the ball behind our back. Feel free, if you have your second ball, to put 1 ball between your knees and 1 ball behind your back. If you don't have your second ball, mine's in a box. So I wasn't paying attention to my note of having the balls out. All right, so put the ball behind your back, but don't have it so that all your body weight surrenders to it, right? There's some tension right here. Just stay up and not pancake that ball. So separate your feet the width of your, maybe a little bit wider than the width of your hips. Bring your hands under your thighs to help lift yourself up. And then lean against the ball just for stability, not for balance, not for weight. Good. Bring your hands across your chest. Lift your chest up. Bring your shoulders over your hips. And then go back down a quarter of the way. Good. Now pull the shoulders back and bring your collarbones forward. so that you're not rounding your back. Come back up. Now check out the knees, guys. Sometimes they want to rock in. Sometimes they want to go out. So if you have that second ball in between your legs, it's going to keep you a little honest. Keep the knees right in line with the hips. We're keeping with this crunch one more time. Now this time I want you to go down towards your halfway or quarter way and just rotate side to side to side to side for 4, 3, 2 more, 1 more, back to center, come up, just fold over your legs, keep the ball nearby if you can. All right, lift yourself up, bring your hands behind your head, lean back again, come up a little bit higher. So back and forth a couple more times. And on this last one, stay back and let's make that rotation. Here's an option for you. Take one leg at a time off the floor. Your choice. Clearly it will change the action. Clearly it will be more challenging. 3, 2, and 1 more. Come back to center, release it. Good. All right. Take the ball between your knees. If you have 2 balls, just put the other one off to the side. Walk yourself up so that when you do come down, that your head is on your mat. Hands underneath thighs again to give you that little initial lift up. The wind is blowing all the leaves back in. Bring your chin to your chest and roll yourself down to the floor. Let your head come down. Let your arms rest by your side. And then bring your feet a little closer to your heels, but don't drop the ball. Tilt the pelvis so your back imprints. And then peel your spine off the floor. Pull your knees together. Reach your fingertips towards your heels so your shoulders depress. Lengthen the cervical spine, lengthen the from the cervical spine, I should say. Keep, if you can, your neck is long. Now, lift up onto your tippy toes. Lift a little higher with your hips. And then take the arms up. If you want that ball between the hands, keep the ball between the hands. As you exhale, keep your hips up, bring your arms behind your head, all the way back. And then as you lower your upper, mid, lower back, heels down to the floor, the arms come with you. And then they raise all together. Hips up, arms up, heels up, hold, lift higher. Exhale, bring it all down. Upper, mid, lower back, tailbone down, heels down, arms down. 2 more times. Inhale on your toes. Lift your hips up. Exhale, everything lowers. Last thing is your heels. And then the last time, one more time, all the way up. Stay up. Good. Let your arms relax on the floor behind you. Squeeze your right leg, the right glute. Squeeze your left glute. Little booty dancing. Right, left, right, left. Give me 4, 3, 2. Now both booties squeeze together. Lift a little higher. Lower the heels. Lift a little higher. Upper, mid, lower back to the floor, arms down. Bring the knees into your chest. Open your arms to a shoulder height, palms down. Shift your hips right. Let your knees come to the left, but don't touch the floor. Just hover. Now squeeze the ball between the knees. Squeeze, squeeze. 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze. And then draw your knees back through center to the other side. Squeeze the ball. Don't touch the floor with your knees. And squeeze for 4, 3, 2. Hold the squeeze. Come back to center. Other side, left side, hovering. Extend your legs and bend. Option. You don't have to. And bend. 2 more. Out. 1 more. Squeeze. 4, 3, 2, 1, center, up and over to the other side. Extend the legs. Bring them in. 2, bring them in. 3, one more time. Bend the knees and squeeze the ball. 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw back to center. Hug your knees to your chest. Lift your head and shoulders off the floor. Lower your head down. Take the ball as far away from your knees as you can, which may just be your calves, or between your ankles or your feet. Squeeze the ball between your legs, hands behind your head. Take a breath. As you exhale, pull your belly in, bring your ribs towards your hips, lift your head and shoulders, and then gently lift your hips off the floor. Lower your hips, lower your head and shoulders. Exhale, lift your head and shoulders, pull your belly and lift your hips. Not huge. Lower your hips, lower your torso. Exhale, hips up, head up, hips up, and down. Last time, gang. Everything up, 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 up. Now let your hands reach for your feet. Let your shoulders come up a little higher. Let your hips come up a little higher. Take a breath. And exhale, bring the knees into your chest. All right. Rock on your spine. Take your feet to the floor. Take your ball, lift your hips up, and place your hips on the ball. Lay around your sacrum. Lift both legs off the floor. Bend the knees. Flex the feet if you can. Take your right arm off the floor. See if you can do both arms off the floor. If you can't, that's okay. Work on it. Then extend right arm back. This is where the action happens. And left arm forward. Come back to center. If you have to keep the opposite arm or leg on the floor, go ahead and do that. Come back to center. One more time. Opposite arm and leg. Back to center. Switch. Can we do that one more time? Arms up, legs up. Extend one arm and leg. And switch. And back to center. Good. Hands down, feet down. That shouldn't be so hard, right? But it is. It's very challenging. Bring the legs up off the floor. Legs in the air. Open up your legs, flex. Point as you bring your legs together. Inhale up. Flex open, draw the heels together. Go only as low as you can maintain a neutral position with your pelvis. It's fine. So you don't want to go too far and arch. If you want that more challenging, try one or both arms off the floor and reverse the arms. Very challenging to me. So I'm going to bring the arms down and I'm into the bigger stretch today. Now hold your legs up in the air. Lower your right leg all the way to the floor. Grab a hold of your left leg. Reach one leg forward, one leg back. And then just gently switch legs. Right leg down, left leg down, right leg up. Now lower your right leg to the floor and stretch your arms over your head. Get a really nice little release here, or maybe not so little release. Bend your knees. Bring your arms back by your side. If you want to take the ball out, we're going to finish with just this little shoulder stand. Supported shoulder stand with the ball under the sacrum. Now we're going to stay here for a few moments, so feel free to be comfortable. Put your legs on the wall or get the ball out and just lift your legs up here. Just begin to, it wasn't a fast press, but it was movement. You did a lot of different things. So just begin to settle down a little bit. And now one more time, we're going to bring our feet to the floor. Stretch the legs all the way out. Bring the arms up and just grab opposite elbows here. Let your glutes relax, let your body relax, let everything just release into the mat or into the ball. And then gently bend the knees. Lift your hips up, release your hands, take the ball out. Articulate down, hug the knees all the way to the chest. Okay, cross left leg over right leg and sit up with that positioning like we started. Walk the hands out onto the ball. And if you can notice maybe a little difference from the first time an hour ago. Walk it in. Switch the cross of your legs. Walk it out. Walk it back in. Just place the ball where it's stable. Doesn't have to be on your body. Close your eyes for a moment. Sit up tall. Reach the arms over your head. Bring your hands together at your heart. Most of all, thank yourself for getting here, for your commitment to yourselves. Thank your body for helping to get you here no matter what your body can do. It's moving. And thank you for being here. My commitment to you, your commitment to me, I appreciate it. Namaste. Have a great day, everybody. For my friends at home, stay home, stay fit, stay healthy.